And having children has never, ever, ever been a full thought of mine in my lifetime. I'm 27. It hasn't been a long time. But yes, that feeling and that experience would definitely be a beautiful thing. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for being in my corner. My name is Chanel. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, because I'm going to be talking about things I've learned being a female. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. They're going to be from my experiences from the moment I popped out the cooch until now. And I am 27 years old. I've learned a lot. I've been in high school, obviously elementary, college. I didn't go to grad school, but that's completely beside the point. I'm going to be letting you guys know what I've experienced as a woman. And you may or may not have experienced this. Men who are watching, you may or may not have done this. But it's kind to give you an insight of what it's like to be a woman. So the first one that I want to knock off, ashy knees. What I've learned being a woman is that being confident, being bold, and speaking your mind gets you called. Everyone's heard it. I'm sure some guys who have watched has found some woman with some self-confidence or was a boss of something, and she's automatically the B word. Sometimes that's not the case. A woman is actually being, a bitch. But for most times, sometimes I get called the word in my DMs. I've never been called it in my face because we don't do that around here. Nobody's really had the balls enough, men or women, to come up to me and call me that word. It just kind of comes off as a little bit of a feminist word. Like, even when men are called the B word, it's more so to attack their ego and attack their manhood, because if you're a B word, then you're not masculine, or you have some type of inferior characteristic or personality about you, which is not the case. I don't think you guys realize it, but being a woman, being a female in general, is the shit. Like, we create life. We pop out little humans. I mean, the process sucks with the menstrual cycles and the mood swings and then bouncing our bodies back. But besides that, like, our bodies are just amazing. So that kind of rolls me on to number 2. Being a woman is like the baddest thing ever. Like, I don't even think I want to be a man. I know I complain about, like, tiny tits and small booty and the menstrual cycles and the mood swings and just being a woman and what we have to deal with, the hair under our armpits for no reason, or the mustaches we didn't ask for, and the shaving and the waxing. It's all worth it, because our purpose biologically is to give birth to beautiful baby boys and baby girls. And that is I don't have any children, but that is the most satisfying, most pleasurable thing that I feel like a woman will ever experience. And it sucks because men can experience it, but there's probably a good reason for that. It's amazing. That's another thing I've learned about being a woman, that we are the shit. So when somebody says something about you being a B word, say thank you. Another thing I've learned about being a woman would be that we will always be sexualized in some way. As I say this, if you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook, I do tend to sell sex. I'm very happy with where I come from my body. I used to be very, very skinny. I was going to try to pick up a pencil and show you, because that's how skinny I used to be. But I'm proud of where I've come from, and I show that. And it comes off as confidence. I'm not trashy about it. I'm very classy about it, so it doesn't come off pornographic or explicit nudity. It comes off as more as a professional, tasteful photography or professional, tasteful video. And as I do that and I sexualize myself, I do understand that the backlash or the result of me, whether I want it to be pornography or a classy photo, there are still creeps out there or disrespectful men and women who will slide in my DMs or message me.
Like, put some more clothes on, save that for your husband. Why do you never have any clothes on, and yada, yada, yada.
First of all, it's my body, it's my life, it's my page. If it's something that you don't agree with, that's cool. Continue to move on and follow people and pages that you agree on. I am here to live my best life. I am not here to live the life for whatever your first, middle, and last name is. But being over-sexualized as a woman, whether if I do have clothes on, will be a sex symbol, because there's always something sexual as an aspect in our features that's going to turn somebody on. For example, if I'm dressed in a trash bag, my lips could be supple. If I'm dressed in a trash bag, maybe my eyes are olive shaped, or my eyelashes bring out the big brown eyes that I have. I could be in a trash bag and maybe like I'm turned around, and my back is showing. I could be in a trash bag here, and then boom, I'm all sexualized because of my back. Anything can be sexualized, and I understand that now, but how I decide to respond to it and what you guys say as a response to it is where the responsibility as being adult comes. But I do realize along with that, sexual harassment is high, sexual assault is high, domestic violence is high, rape cases is high. A lot of things towards women because they said no is at an all-time high. We are sexualized, and sometimes when we say no to the openness of letting a man into our space, which a lot of people don't understand is our bubble, this is my space. If I ask you to step back, if I ask you to leave me alone, that's just the underlining case of it. But yes, being a woman, you're gonna get like overly sexualized or sexualized, period. Another thing I've learned about being a woman is that, something else I've learned about being a woman. Sometimes I don't think that people take me serious as a businesswoman. I don't want to say people don't take me seriously as a Black businesswoman because I haven't experienced that type of discrimination quite yet. Not that I may ever experience it, but speaking from experience, I feel like a lot of men in this field, the field of owning your own business, don't think I can do it or don't take me seriously. That is the last thing. If I wanted to quit, I had about 4 years ago to quit. I'm not going to give up my business. I'm not going to give up on my future. If you saw my last post and my last video, I literally said, I'm leaving my legacy. Confident training is a legacy that I'm leaving for myself, for my future self, my future family, my future kids, the people that I touch, that will last forever. The building is just a bonus, but the feelings and the way that I make people feel when I'm with them and when I pass on is the mark that I want to leave on earth. So for someone to tell me, not being in my shoes, not knowing my struggles, not knowing what I have to do and the sacrifices that I personally gave up is a disrespect and a slap in the face. I will never down someone who started their own business because you don't know what they gave up to pursue something that they felt more passionate in their heart to do. Yes, it's easy to get up and clock and go work for someone else, but who provided that job for you? The person, the entrepreneur provided that job for the person that clocks in and clocks out and gets paid. I am not comfortable clocking in and clocking out. That is so boring to me, okay? I'd rather hustle every single day of my life, making purpose of every second of my life just so I can get that victory of a check that I know that I earned for. A lot of you guys are on the clock, sitting there, eating some sandwiches on Snapchat, making TikToks on somebody else's time. Every time, every second, every hour is valuable to me. Every second, every hour, every time is a dollar sign to me. That is the difference between someone who clocks in and someone who never clocks out. I'd be more respectful to women in the field because, like me, I don't have a support system per se as a mentor to kind of help me and grab my hand and walk me through the way. I'm literally learning this as I go, and it's a fun journey, but it's also frustrating because I'm trying to get there quicker, but there's no quicker route because I don't know the stepping stones that I need to take to get there. But I'm enjoying the journey and I love it. So guys, as a woman, know that we are hustling probably harder than any man just to get to the top, just to get to the same pedestal, and we deserve the exact same respect. So when you see an entrepreneur, a CEO, a CFO, whoever that woman may be, give her the same respect as you would a male colleague or a male coworker because they earned that shit, okay? Show some respect. Show some respect. This may be dumb to you guys, but something else I learned as a woman is I'm a very emotional being. Like, I've become very emotional, and it's weird because there's so many feelings that I didn't think would arise because back in the day, like it was a long time ago, I would look at women and like, why are you crying at that movie? Like, why are you crying that person passed away? You don't even know that person. Like little things like that, I would have no emotion over. But as I get older, now there's a difference between being a woman and a girl. Now as I grow older being a woman, I am learning that emotions are a little bit higher risen in me now. They're a little bit more intensified because I feel so deeply and I love so wholeheartedly, which is another reason why I keep my emotions to myself and I make sure that whomever I share my energy with knows that these are genuine feelings, that these are not shared with any and everyone, and that if you do have my heart and you do have my attention, please value that, because that's not given to everyone. So yeah, emotions are high. My attitude is definitely high. My threshold is lowest. I don't know what. My threshold is right here. Do you guys see it? Like, it's like non-existent. My threshold is very, very low. But I am a very emotional being. But I do have control over my emotions. That's where my strength comes in. I have control over my feelings. I have control over my emotions, because I am never going to give my heart or the power into someone else's hands to make me have a bad day, to make me cry on the spot, to anger me in a way that I act out of character. I am in control. I am an emotional human being. You may or may not know that, but I definitely hold my own. The last thing, guys, I want to share with you is being a woman. I am learning that I actually want to have children. Now, back in my younger days, I grew up with my single mother, and I aspire to be exactly that. Not only the bold, independent woman that she was, but to be the woman who only had one kid, had no baby daddy drama, had no man around. That was something I looked up to. Believe it or not, I'm not sure if she knows this or not, but I actually wanted to be a single mom. I wanted to get pregnant and leave the dad. I wanted to go to an adoption facility and just grab a kid, like all by myself. But as I grow up, I want a partner. I want a baby. And I didn't want a kid in the middle of it. So first I wanted a baby without the baby daddy. And then I didn't want any children, and now I want kids. So the transition of familyhood has like freaking went from being a monkey to a human. Like, it's evolved so much. And that goes with the evolution of just me growing as a woman, and the experiences and just the maturity that I have going on within myself. But yes, as a woman, you end up wanting kids. I don't care how old you are. At some point, you've had a quench for knowing what it feels like to have a baby kick inside of you, to know what it feels like to push another human being out of you, just to utilize your body for the beautiful creation that it was meant for, to bear children, to bear child. You guys, I definitely just pulled all of these what it feels like to be a woman out of my butt. So they are very genuine. They are very heartfelt, and I hope this kind of makes sense to a few people. But yes, being a woman is a beautiful thing. Being a man is just as beneficial, but it's not quite better than being a chica. I want to thank you guys so much for liking me and supporting and commenting on my videos. I am genuinely enjoying creating content. I'm genuinely enjoying sitting in front of this camera, and it's like I'm talking to my friends in my corner with no judgments, no back slaps to the face, everyone accepting me as I am. In the comments, please drop your questions that you have for me so I can go ahead and answer those and get to know me part 2. Again, go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and until then, thank you for joining me and learning me a little bit more, not just fun, family, friends, and food. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.